Hey you guys, I'm going to try to make this super fast because truth is my phone is probably going to overheat. So I'm going to try to get this out of the way. Let me, so I can see everyone. Okay, hey you guys. All right, so it is super hot. It is like 90 degrees after the heat index right now. So I think pretty much my staff have gone to lunch and I just left lunch. I found a fire spot here in Tyler. So your girl had to stop and get her some pho and enjoy, you know, a little Vietnamese cuisine. They had the best steam buns to absolutely die for. So if you guys ever come through Tyler, Texas, make sure you reach out because I will hook you up with all of the best spots to eat. Now, with that being said, your fearless leader here has got her groove back. I would say that since I had COVID, I have just been in a series of trying to like get my shit back together. Like, yeah, I mean, y'all, I just can't even tell you. So I finally just set myself down and had a really good talk. Actually, I had a really good talk with my neighbor about, you know, you have to take control of your life and you can't let life take control of you, and, you know, just all of those things. It is so amazing to have like so much wisdom around me. I love having like the 50-something-year-old doctor that wants to swing on the porch and drink wine and give your girl good advice because your girl needs it, okay? Just know that sometimes I appear to really have all my shit together, and the truth is some days I'm killing it. But I would say since I had COVID, I have been on the struggle bus. And anyway, long story short, we did the draw last night over dinner. Tylen and I did it on the Tara Michelle Sanders page. So if you were in the draw for Risky and Chico, we drew for Chico, and Janet Coakley won him. And Janet is from New Jersey. I actually do not know her. She is somebody that's a follower. I'm fixing to actually give her a call so we can start to try to arrange transportation and all of that. So he has an amazing home with somebody that is just like an amazing forever retirement type home. Like, just, it literally could not have been a bigger blessing. And in that moment, I was like, yes. Like, after speaking with her, like, vaguely online, I was so grateful for where he went. So you can pop on over to the Tara Michelle Sanders page, watch the draw live. We had this really amazing, like, raccoon family come up and, like, have dinner with us. It was super cute, and they were, like, eating food. Anyway, they call that one Spike, but I think she's a girl. So it was, like, a really fun moment. I had just made dinner reservations, and instead of going by myself, I went ahead and invited, you know, my team. Unfortunately, Jackie had a dentist appointment and couldn't come, but I totally missed her. I wish she could have been there. So anyway, we just had like a moment at one of my favorite spots here in Tyler. It's a little bouge, but it was really nice to take them and just like have a sit down dinner. So we had a great fun. The drinks were on fire. They were fantastic. And of course the food is always amazing at the Grove. So anyway, if you ever get the opportunity to eat there, it's like my little secret getaway. Like, nobody, like, you know, if you can't find me, I'm probably at the Grove. That's the truth. So anyway, Risky's draw, the Risky and Chico draw is up. So now we have a couple of options. I don't really know what to do with Risky. I guess I'm maybe going to consign him to auction. I would like for him to find a home through us so that whoever purchases him can come pick him up and obviously, you know, work with him and get to know him. Yeah, so we had one saddle draw, and my phone changed her name to Methleen, which was even funnier. But anyway, Kathleen won. She is a real person. And what I really don't like is there's a group of people that like to say the people who win these items are not real, and then they harass them. And they feel like they're entitled to these people's like information and your address. And first of all, if you didn't pay to be part of any of the draws, what does it matter to you? If you did not gift funds to my facility and have your name entered into the draw, what does it matter to you? Because you want to try to prove that like we're cheating? First of all, people gift funds to my facility, and I don't have to do a draw. I don't have to do anything. People would gift funds to me to help the horses with nothing in return. So let's start there. And for two, I really hate that Kathleen felt like she had to make a statement that she is a real person and that she, you know, first of all, it is not the people who wins responsibility to convince these people that they're real, or to give them their home address, and the same thing now. Janet just won last night, and some lady was making statements that this was a fake profile. You guys, that is a terrible thing to do. Like, don't rob somebody of their joy, like, and let them enjoy their win. If you don't like me, I get it, whatever. Like, listen, there was a long myself, and I will tell you that I was really hard on other people at that point in my life, so I can relate to you. I can relate to being in a really unhappy place and feeling like you need to tear other people down so that you don't feel inadequate. But like, it's really a gross place to be, and it's really not our responsibility to make you change your mind. Like, it's your responsibility to sit down with your emotions and to do better, not only for the people that you're being ugly to, but for yourself, because you deserve better. And I can preach to you on this because I used to be there. I was the person that was miserable. I gossiped. I did mean things. And you know what? It got me nowhere. And it wasn't until I pulled my own head out of my ass and took control of my life that things started to happen for me. And even now, I had a whole period of the last couple of months since I had COVID where I've just really been unhappy. And like, that's nobody's responsibility but my own to fix. But here's the thing. You haven't seen me sit with my unhappiness and my dissatisfaction and butcher anybody else's character or assassinate anybody else's character or find the flaws in anyone else. What you saw me do was start to seek out people that are wiser than me, people that are more spiritual than me, people that are more successful than me. I started to seek out people that are better than I am to try to learn from those around me how to be better. And that's all I can suggest for you, because attacking the people who win my draws and trying to steal their joy is a disgusting thing. It's disgusting. And if nobody else has told you that today, I'm going to, because there's moments in life to where I do get to speak on it, because you've crossed a boundary when you start contacting people that have never done anything to you. And it proves that it's just a vendetta. Another vendetta that I have is, we've done a wonderful job with the horses at my facility, and we allow you guys as the public to be part of that. What's disgusting to me is to see some of these people try to attack Donnie and attack where he is. Listen, you guys claim to be for the horses, but you stop being for the horses when your vendetta with me comes to play, because then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I mean, he's a fantastic horse, and you cannot be mad that when he came to my facility, he was afraid. He had had an injury. He had been beat. So a horse only knows what they know. And in the last, I mean, he's been here since February. That's 4 months. A lot can change in a horse in 4 months, and it's very important for people to back off the horses. Tylen has said more than once that he's very disappointed in the way that people have talked about Two Crows. You know, that horse is very sound. That horse is a great horse. He just was very green. And what I don't like is there's people online that when horses have behavioral issues, they automatically assume that they're crippled. That's not always the facts. Sometimes horses are just young horses that are smart and they've learned to get away with something. What I don't appreciate is people who actively discuss my facility who have no idea what's going on. The next gross thing are people that stood up for my facility, worked at my facility, were a huge part of it, and the horses were their responsibility, and then they left my facility and said that there was anything being mistreated because it would have been at their hands, because I'm hardly there. Like, I'm not there very often. I'm not there today. I wasn't there very much yesterday. So if you worked at my facility and you got online and you preached about how anything was not done correctly, that was at your hands, because it was your job, because you're the staff. So remember that. So, and you guys as a whole need to remember that. When people start bitching and complaining online, they're just bitter they're not here anymore. I promise. Because my staff get a lot of attention. We have so many amazing followers who send things in the mail and send gifts and things like that. And when all of that happens, they get used to that. So then when the attention gets cut off, the only way that they know to get attention is to bash me. Except for they don't get attention from my followers. They then gain attention from people that don't like me. And that's fine. Like, you guys do you. But I saw a quote yesterday that was shared on one of the Kevin Gates, like, fan pages or whatever, because, you know, your sister be loving Kevin Gates. And it literally said, that if your friendship is based on gossiping about somebody you don't like, that's not friendship. You're messy ass adults, and you're being messy ass adults. And that's it's like a disgusting trait to like bond over an enemy. Like, you both don't like somebody, so you, no, grow up. Grow the fuck up. Except for, here's the truth, most of you are much older than I am, and you're still doing this behavior, and all I know to tell you is you're doing the best that you can for your limited mindset, and it's not your fault that you weren't raised better. I get it. We all only know what we know, but at least I'm going to at least offer you a hand up. You might not know better, but now you do. Now you do. So, you don't really have an excuse anymore. So I'm going to finish my chores in town. I've got to go pick up some like paper for the printer and an ink cartridge, and I'm probably going to go into Ulta because, you know me, it's next to Best Buy, and I can't go into Best Buy without going into Ulta. And then once I do those two things, I'll be at the farm. We have a load of horses that came in yesterday morning, and we will be videoing most of those this evening. So probably around 4:30 we'll start videoing, maybe closer to 5. And then I think Jacob should be in town later, and they'll be headed out towards Alabama. So anyway, it was super great to talk to you guys. I love you. I hope to see you today around 4:30, 5 o'clock when we start videoing. And I hope that you guys have an amazing Thursday, right? Today's Thursday? Or is today Wednesday? I don't even remember. Don't even get me started. I think today's Thursday. Oh no, listen, that is the thing about people. If somebody will talk bad about someone else to you, they will talk bad about you to someone else. That is a proven fact. I stay away from gossips. I stay away from people that only look for the negative. I stay away from people that try to pick apart other people. Every single one of us can be picked apart to shreds, and there's not one of us. There is not a single one of us that are free from fault. And I think it's disgusting there are humans out there that will collectively sit around and try to pick apart somebody else's hard work just because they have nothing going on in their life. So it's really kind of gross, to be honest. My hair is rubber bands. I just literally like rubber band 2 pieces, flipped them under, rubber band 2 pieces, flipped them under, rubber band them under, flipped them. Like, so it's just rubber bands. There's like maybe 4 or 5. Where I do it like that, it's not nearly as cute, but yeah, maybe I should do hair. Like, so I just have super thick hair, and I've always had to learn like the ways to cheat braids and to do things like that, because if you try to sit and like actually like Viking braid or fish braid or my hair, you can just kind of get caught up in it because I have so much natural hair. People always are like, oh, she has hair extensions. I'm like, girl, no, I literally have a lion's mane. I have enough hair for 3 people, and when I got COVID, a lot of it fell out and it's growing back out, but those pieces are like this long, so they're just long enough to literally add so much volume that I have like a actual afro, and it is hilarious because all the hairs that are growing in are super curly and I have to straighten them, so they literally are like super kinky, like all around my face and the nape of my neck, and it literally looks like an afro. It's pretty funny. I had it up the other day like in a bun, and all those little hairs fell out and they were like super curly, and I was like, I think that I need to search my ancestry a little harder because I'm pretty sure I'm going to find a little something in there, because it was definitely kinky. But anyway, my hair is so thick. But what's kind of cool is my sister doesn't have quite as thick hair as I do, and some of the hairstyles she does too, and they look super cute on hers. And I think so we always argue because I think hers looks better, she thinks mine looks better, because what are girls? We always want what we don't have, right? Like, my hair wants to like always be kind of auburny. It does not want to be platinum. It wants to be super thick and long, and my sister's hair wants to be like super straight and a little thinner and like platinum white. And our hair just like they might be sisters, but they're not twins. They are not twins. They're like my eyebrows. They might be sisters. They are not twins, because my hair wants to do like this darker blonde, like auburny moment, always pulls some red, never fails. And then my sister is like cotton white, blue-eyed. I'm green-eyed. I have a ton of tone to my skin. She's like Tinley. She's paper. It's so funny. It's just, we're the same, but so different. Like, We were cut from the same attitude though. Like, girl, Katie, bar the door if you piss either one of us off. Like, we will make a fool out of you and ourselves, and we will get messy and drag us all for filth. So we have that in common. So there you go. But all right, you guys, we will be live this evening to video horses. I've got errands to run. I love you. I hope that you guys have a really good day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, you guys.